What's happening, YouTube? As you know, Nintendo had a direct yesterday. It was a mini direct. So as long as you didn't go in there with super high expectations, I mean, it wasn't bad. It was alright. As long as you didn't go in there thinking like, yo, Nintendo gonna announce new Smash Bros. Nintendo gonna put Smash Bros on the Switch. Nintendo gonna get some Smash Bros. Gonna get some Melee HD. Let's go. As long as you didn't go in there with that mentality, your soul wasn't crushed. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. So surprisingly, I don't have a script for this video. I know I haven't done videos in forever, blah, blah, blah. Anyways, let's just get into it. I have an article up here with a list of everything as it appeared in chronological order. I'm just going to, go through it, give my thoughts on it. But I'm going to let you know overall, I enjoyed the direct. It wasn't great, wasn't bad. For what it was, it's pretty good. So the first thing they come out with in the direct is probably the best, my personal favorite thing, and it is the World Ends With You final remix. So for those of you that don't know, the World Ends With You was a JRPG that came out on the DS way back in the day. It came out a long time ago now, and the game was just so amazing at the time. There was nothing else like it. It just totally took advantage of the DS's two screens. It had very unique gameplay. To this day, that's I haven't played another game like it on the DS. The art style, the music, the story, the gameplay itself was just everything about it was so top notch and high quality. And even with the port over to Android and iOS, those games are still really good, even though they had to squeeze it from two screens to one. And it looks like Final Remix is going to be like an updated version of the iOS and Android version, but they're adding in a new chapter. They're adding in an epilogue at the end, which is awesome because at the end of the game you're just like, I don't want to ruin it for nobody, but you just want a little bit of more. You want a little bit more, and it sounds like this version might give us that extra oomph that we wanted. But it's an amazing game. You definitely need to play it if you're a fan of RPGs. It's good. It might seem a little weird and cheesy at the beginning, but the story definitely evolves as it goes on. It's good. It's good. Next up, we have Pokken Tournament DX DLC, broken down to two parts. First part is coming out January 31st. Second part is coming out March 23rd. And just to run back real quick over to The World Ends With You, it's announced for 2018, no specific date, but sometime this year. So, okay, going back into Pokken Tournament. So this is a deluxe battle pack. It's going to be paid DLC. You can actually buy it right now, and you'll just get the DLC when it comes out. So January 31st, Wave 1 is going to bring Aegislash or however the hell you pronounce this name, the Sword and Shield Pokemon, Aegislash. I'm going to call it Aegislash, that's what they call it in the video. And it's going to bring support Mega Rayquaza and Mimikyu. So these two DLCs are broken down into one playable Pokemon and then two support Pokemon, because support Pokemon come in pairs. So that's what we're getting. So Aegislash, he looked good, looked interesting. Obviously, you have the sword mode, the shield mode, and you're doing crazy combos. You got mad defense, just like he does in the real games. He's really, really dumb in the real game. Mega Rayquaza, mad broken. Hope the support isn't mad broken. And Mimikyu, whatever. Actually, I kind of would have liked Mimikyu to be playable instead of an assist. Mimikyu is one of my favorite Gen 8 Pokemon. I think it's Gen 8, yeah. Whatever. My favorite Pokemon, one of my favorite Pokemon of the generation he came from. Second wave of DLC, March 23rd. It's going to have Blastoise as a playable character, and we're going to have Mew and Celebi as supports. So that'll be interesting. I don't think we saw any gameplay of Blastoise, now to think about it. But I mean, Pokken Tournament, it's a fun game, but it's just not. It's not the kind of game that I myself would personally just like jump in, go balls deep, and play for hours on end and try to get competitive with it. I play it in like bursts of like 30 minutes to an hour, and I enjoy it. It's fun. I haven't gone online because, like I said, I don't want to get super competitive with it. So I mean, it looks good. It plays well. I know it has a community out there, so definitely go out there and check out the game and the DLC if you want to be part of that small but very, I guess, active community. After that, we got Kirby Star Allies March 16th. So this was the Kirby game that was announced back at E3, but this is a new trailer we got, and it looks fun. I mean, what can I say? It's a Kirby game. Kirby games just overall they always look solid, polished, and fun, and that's the same for this. Nothing else to say really. Definitely gonna get it. Definitely gonna play it. Probably gonna play with my roommate. It'll be lit. Next up, they had Dragon Quest Builders demo, which is actually out right now. Shame on me, I haven't downloaded or played it yet. Um, Looks interesting. The demo's out now. Just go download and play it. Check it out. After that, we have Hyrule Warriors Ultimate Edition, or is it Definitive Edition? I don't know the exact name of the game, but the Ultimate Edition of Hyrule Warriors is coming out to Nintendo Switch in spring of this year, spring of 2018. So it's going to have everything from the Wii U version, everything from the 3DS version. Um, Both of those games are going to be combined. All that content is going to be in the Switch version, and they're also going to add some Breath of the Wild outfits for some of the characters. I mean, what can I say? If you played Hyrule Warriors on the Wii U or for some reason 3DS, I think the only reason to get the 3DS version was some of the content that wasn't on the Wii U version, which made no sense to me. Yeah, if you played Hyrule Warriors on Wii U 3DS, you know what to expect. You know what you're getting. I personally played a good amount of Hyrule Warriors on Wii U, so I don't know if I'll get it again on Switch. I'll think about it. But it's fun. Yeah, I enjoyed the time I played with it, and I got a good amount of hours. I definitely got. I almost want to say I got 100 hours somewhere around there, and there was definitely a shit ton that I did not end up doing in that game. So, if you really want to get into it, there's a lot of gameplay hours there. After that, they showed Mario Tennis Aces, which is the new Mario Tennis game coming out to Switch. It looked interesting. They're going to have like a single player story mode, so it's not going to strictly be, just like straight up tennis. They are going to have some story mode challenges and stuff. It looked interesting. I remember playing Mario Tennis on 64, and I actually had a lot of fun and a lot of good memories playing that game. So I don't know, maybe I should jump back into Mario Tennis on Switch. Looks good. You can break other people's rackets. That looks pretty awesome. So after that, they showed Yes. Is it Yes? Yes? Is it Yes or Yes? YS8 Lacrimosa of Dana. Okay, I don't know how to pronounce anything in that title, but that is coming out summer of 2018 for the Switch. Now, this was a JRPG that came out on PS4, Vita, and PC just last year, so not that long ago when you think about it. I mean, by the time it hit Switch, it'll probably be a year later, but yeah. So if you're into JRPGs, it looked pretty solid. I don't know if I'll personally get it, but I'm still going through Xenoblade Chronicles 2. I only have like 10 hours in that game, and like 10 hours is nothing in Xenoblade, so I need to go through and do that before I look into this, but it does look good. It does look interesting. Probably one of the more slept on announcements of this Direct, so check that out. For all you Super Mario Odyssey fans out there, we are getting a February 2018 update. So the February 2018 update is, going to be applicable after you beat the main story of Mario Odyssey, which I assume pretty much all of us have at this point. The game was pretty addictive. We all beat the main story, and the real meat of the game is in the post-game content. So after you beat the main story, that's when like all the real stuff happens. So yeah, anyone who's actually been playing Mario Odyssey, like to any extent at all, pretty sure we're past the story. So you get to continue your adventures in Mario's epic new world with the help of Luigi. So basically what's happening now is they're going to have a competitive balloon world mode where you either hide a balloon or you find a balloon, and you put them in any of the game's levels. So if you really know the nooks and crannies, if you really know the ins and outs of the different levels, the different worlds in Super Mario Odyssey, then you'll be pretty sneaky at hiding the balloons, and you'll also be pretty good at finding them too. I mean, seems fun. Could be fun. People that like Odyssey, and it has a butt ton of content as it is, and for it to get more, pretty wild. We're also getting some new outfits. We're getting knight armor and helmet, and yeah, I mean, so there you go. If you like Mario Odyssey, you have something to look forward to. And now that brings us to probably one of the weirdest announcements I thought we got from this Direct was the SNK Heroines Tag Team Frenzy. So it's an SNK tag team fighting game, but it's waifus only. Waifus only. Waifus only. So yeah, it's a all-female SNK tag team fighting game, and it looks like a tag team fighting game. Like all looked like the combos and mechanics were there. It's just I don't know, it's just kind of weird that it's all waifus. That's just I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. It looks like a solid game. Don't know if I'll get it, but yeah, that threw me for a loop. That was a pretty weird announcement, in my opinion. Up next, they decided to announce that Mario and Rabbids needed more DLC. So we're getting some Donkey Kong DLC for Mario Rabbids now. I don't have that game, never played it. I hear good things about it. Maybe I'll check it out one day. But yep, we're getting new DLC for that, and it's Donkey Kong related. And if you played the game, you know what to expect. So there you go. Up next, we had Payday 2, a game that was announced quite a while ago for the Switch, and then there was no news about it for like a long ass time. And I was like, okay, what's happening? It is now coming out February 27th of this year, February 27th, 2018. Shoutouts to Dark Cloud. I know you was bitching about this game, like being under the radar, and there was no news about it for a while. Here it is, my mans. Now you getting it. So yes, on February 27th, that's when the Switch port comes out, and it's going to have a timed exclusive Japanese character, which is a computer whiz. It's going to be a hacker, and that's going to somehow play out into the bank robberies and stuff. So yes, there you go. Those of you that have been waiting on Payday 2 for the Switch, we now have some solid news for you. It's coming out, exclusive DLC character. Get on it. And the next game that was shown got a good amount of hate, and it's deserved and not deserved at the same time. The game itself is Faye, or is it Faye? Faye and Celeste, and the game itself does look unique. It does look interesting. I personally want to get into it, and here's where the problem comes in. It is going to be published by EA. And that's where the hate's coming from. It's the fact that EA has been doing pretty shifty stuff lately, and the gaming community hasn't liked it one bit. So I understand both sides, because the game does look unique, it does look fun, but it's also EA. So there it is. And up next, we got a Wii U port. Now, I know people like to complain about the Switch getting a bunch of ports, a bunch of Wii U ports. Let me tell you something. A lot of people are saying that the Wii U did not sell that much. That is a fact. A lot of people saying the Wii U was a failure. That's a fact. A lot of people saying that these games did not get a chance to shine on Wii U. They didn't sell that much on Wii U because Wii U didn't sell that much. That's true and not true. Let me explain. So a lot of these games, yes, they were on Wii U and the Wii U didn't sell that much, but these games did sell a lot when you think about it. Like Mario Kart 8 still sold, what was it, like 3 or 4? No, it was definitely more than 4. Smash Bros. Sold like 3 or 4 million on this Wii U, and Mario Kart 8 sold a butt ton more. I think Mario Kart 8 was like 6 or 7 million on Wii U. Then you got Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze, which was I don't know how many millions. It was, more than a million for sure. Because Bayonetta on Wii U sold over a million. Took a little bit of time. Took a lot of bit of time, but it did sell over a million on Wii U. So you think about all these other ports, they definitely also sold over a million. But then it's the fact that the install base was so small. The amount of people really that could play these games was really limited. So bringing them to the Switch makes sense. You get those people in on this stuff. The games that they miss out on, because there's a lot of people picking up Switch that just skip Nintendo for the Wii U. Probably skip, a lot of these people might have skipped Nintendo for a hot minute. So good on them bringing those games over. And they are introducing a little, even though it's not a lot of new content for these games, a little bit of new content, kind of cool. So next game, they mentioned Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, which was definitely one of the best Wii U games. It's definitely one of the best 2D platformers we've had in I don't even know how long. The game was mad fun. It was so good. And it's coming over to the Switch now, and they're also adding Funky Kong. Funky Kong's going to be playable, although Funky Kong's kind of the easy mode. But it just looks so cool, looks so fun. I'm probably going to end up playing a bit of Funky Kong just to roll through everything. Yeah, it looks cool. And our final announcement, the surprise announcement is Dark Souls Remastered coming May 20th. Oh yeah, Donkey Kong's coming out May 4th, by the way. Dark Souls Remastered is coming May 25th. They didn't show a lot of this. It was like a teaser trailer. They had the little embers of like the burnt out fire, and dudes in there just poking it and whatever. So yeah, Dark Souls Remastered coming out May 25th. This is not only coming to the Switch. It's coming to all the systems. PC. It's coming to the Switch. It's coming out to everything. But the announcement was here at the Nintendo Direct Mini, and it was cool. I know people were excited and hyped about that. So yeah, there we go. So that brings us to the end of the Nintendo Direct Mini, and no killer announcements, but nothing really bad either. It was just a lot of okay to good to great things. So yeah, I mean overall it was pretty solid. Some people are saying that we're going to get another direct here in January, like a couple weeks from now. I don't know if that's the case. If there is, I'll definitely do a video about that one too. Hopefully, it's more hype. It's a mini direct, so it's just a bunch of small stuff out the way right now. So yeah, there we go. Anyways, yeah, I think that about covers it. Like I said, it's all stuff, but then again, what would I know? I'm just some guy on the internet.